right, today is the day we are going to create a save job. And you can see where somebody taped it off at the bottom, which shouldn't have been done. But this is basically what happens when you get good concrete staining. As you can see, somebody took the time to do checkerboard. However, it hasn't been maintained. It hasn't been loved. It hasn't been resealed. It's worn away on the edges. My client doesn't really like the checkerboard, and so we're gonna make it a dark walnut, if you will. See, you can see the checkerboard, but it's just, unfortunately, worn away. Stand by for some more goodness in a moment. Okay, second part of the video. We've now taped it off. What I want you to notice about the taping is this. Put the red duct tape in, then the blue tape over it, so when the water hits the wall, it drools down and hits the floor. Versus blue tape first, then the red duct tape, because then it can go behind it. Blue tape doesn't really want to stick all that well when you're putting water, stain, and sealer. And then on the corners, we had metal issues coming through, so we put tape on the end. And we're saving this one down here because the concrete will dry, and we'll tape off down here before we stain. But as you can see, the previous contractor decided to tape it up the wall versus the concrete down here. Really kind of silly. So we're hoping to make that line look a lot cleaner today. And as you can see, we've taped off everything, exposing the step, shutting down the gaps. Taping is done. Now it's time to clean. All right, so we've now cleaned the concrete. We use a wand pool hose connected to a wet vac. That way we don't have to take 4 foot of wet vac all over our job site. We can run the pool hose all the way back there and then some. We're drying out all the joints, making sure that everything's clean, and we cleaned it with a side-to-side and a glue pad on a side-to-side. We didn't want to take off too much, however we wanted to make sure we got it clean. Putting the second coat of stain down. Use an acid sprayer from a concrete store, not from Home Depot. They just don't last. These are the proper ones. So air is your good friend. This is a dark walnut, and I've already skipped in and kind of hit the second areas with a little bit more. But you kind of want to do a circular motion, so you're never going left, right, left, right. You want to do circular motion. And that's it. All right, so I forgot to show you residue, so I'm gonna reenact it a little bit. Remember the wet vac that we had with all the pool hose connected to it and the wand? So what I did is I filled a couple of 5-gallon pails with water. Then I used the deck brush like this. Basically got some water, splashed it, scrubbed it, got the residue, and sucked that water up as we were going, because we really wanted to control how much water went off this way, because there was going to be active stain in it, which could stain the areas that I don't want to do. So we moved our way through, scrub, 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 suck it up, all the way through it. And then if you'd follow me, once we got done, we actually decided, because the cracks were so wet and the walls were so wet, we have a blower, and what we do is we plug the blower in, use a rock to hold the blower in place so that it can blow the walls and the joint dry, so I don't have to sit around all day waiting for it to seal. All right, so we're going to show you a little bit of the sealing. And what we do is we're putting a board here, because we don't want sealer really getting on here too much, because it could eat its way through, especially when a piece of cardboard is either free or, when I bought them, 50 cents a piece. So we do a quick little spray, move it along, quick little spray, move it along, and then that's it. We're going to keep going a little bit, waiting for her to catch. Perfect. We're going to keep going. What you're looking for when you're putting down the sealer is lots of air, kind of like airbrushing. The more air you put down, the more even the coat's gonna go down. You wanna take a nice, slow coat over the whole thing, bleed into where we already sealed that edge, and then just take a nice, slow coat. Try not to hit the walls too much when you're going up against them. There's no need for that. And then that's it. Seal the whole thing. Keep it aired up every 2 or 3 squares. Keep a lot of air in it.
Hello, check out my new patio. My name's Christine, and Floor Seasons came and fixed my disaster. We moved into this house a year ago and thought we were going to rip out this patio, but no, we didn't have to. They came and did a beautiful job. Didn't get any on my driveway. They spent a lot of time prepping and cleaning and were so professional and lovely. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that awesome video testimonial. So this is a one-day process for us. It had staining on it before, but the sealer was so dilapidated that a lot of the stain actually started going away. We were able to save it. Are there some flaws? There are. However, she didn't have to rip everything out. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you immensely. And please feel free to share this to your Facebook or to your YouTube. Keep watching, floorseasons.com.